डियर स्टूडेंट, आपका हमारे इस ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन के प्लेटफॉर्म पर हार्दिक स्वागत है। आज हम एक नए टॉपिक को पढ़ने जा रहे हैं। नया टॉपिक हमारा इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स बिटवीन ए ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज। हमने कूलाम लॉ के बारे में पढ़ा और हमने देखा था कि कूलाम लॉ एक फोर्स है जो बिटवीन टू चार्ज के बीच में एग्जिस्ट करता था, और इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ अनदर चार्ज देयर इज नो एनी अफेक्ट on the electrostatic field force strength between the two charges. So today we discuss on the new topic, electric force between a group of charge. Mean in this space there are present a large number of point charge. These are spread over the surface as here charge is q1, here charge is q2, here charge is q3, here q4 and dash on dash qn. There are different point charge spread over this plane. Then distance between first and second charge is r12. This is the position vector. Between 1 and 3 represented by r13. Position or distance between 1 and 4 is this, and 1 or nth charge is given और रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय 1n। अभी तक अगर हमारे इस चैनल को आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो आप सब्सक्राइब के बटन पे क्लिक करें, लाइक करें, इसको शेयर करें, ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चों को इसका बेनिफिट हो। और आप भी अपनी फिजिक्स के अगर हर एक कंसेप्ट को क्लियर करना चाहते हैं तो इस वीडियो को प्लीज पूरा देखें। जब तक आप वीडियो को पूरा नहीं देखेंगे तो आपको उस विषय की और उस टॉपिक की समझ नहीं होगी। इस टॉपिक को समझने के लिए आपको ये वीडियो पूरा देखना है। तो देखिए, यहाँ हमने एक ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज लिया। मीन कोई भी एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, एक प्लेन है जिसमें बहुत सारे पॉइंट चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हैं, जिनकी फर्स्ट चार्ज के विद रिस्पेक्ट टू पोजीशन r12, r13, r14 और r1n है। हम q1 जो चार्ज है, इस चार्ज पे ये कितना फोर्स एक्सर्ट करेगा, ये कितना करेगा, ये कितना करेगा, ये कितना करेगा, उसको हम डिटरमाइन करेंगे। इसकी थ्योरी में हम लिखेंगे let us take an object having point charge n as q1, q2, q3, q4 dash 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 qn as shown in diagram. Position vector of all point charge from q1 charge is as r12, r13, r14 dash 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 r1n respectively. Here respectively mean this distance between 1 and 2, this distance 1 and 3, this distance q1 and q4, this distance is q1 and n. We know very well electric force is a vector quantity. So individually we calculate electric force on this charge, electric force exerted by q2 on this q1 charge, electric force due to q3 charge on the q1, and electric force of q4 on q1 charge. Similar, we can find out the value of force for each and every individual charge that exert on the charge q1, and then total force exert or total force felt or experienced by q1 is the vector sum of individual forces, because we know that electric force is a vector quantity, so it does not obey simple law of algebra. It obeys a definite law of algebra that is known as the vector law of algebra, and we can say that it obeys superposition principle. So force Force mean electrostatic force. Force on Q1 due to charge Q2 is electrostatic force. We can calculate F12. This is the representation. 12 is equal to K Q1 Q2, magnitude of these two charges, and here K is constant, and distance between them whole of square, and direction represented by 1 2. This is equation first. We can say that, or by using Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law. Similar force due to Q3 on Q1, we also calculate. Force on Q1 due to Q3, Q4, Qn charge as F13. This is the electrostatic force exerted by Q3 charge on Q1. This is K, Q1, Q3, magnitude of these two charges, and distance is R13, whole of square, and its direction represented by unit vector. F14, this is the electrostatic force exerted by Q4 on Q1 is K, Q1, Q4 upon R14, whole of square, and its direction represented by unit vector F14. Similar, F1n, electrostatic force exerted by the nth charge, last charge Qn, is equal to K Q1 Qn upon R1n, whole of square, and its direction is R1n cap. This is unit vector. So these are the individual value of electrostatic force for individual charge, but collectively this charge Q1 experience net resultant force that is equal to the vector sum of individual force. So we write here as net force on charge Q1 is, net force on charge Q1 is, that is F, we can say that is F is equal to F12 plus F13 plus F14 plus and plus so on F1n. By using, here we write that by using superposition principle. Superposition principle. Here we use superposition principle. Superposition principle mean, आप एक बात दिमाग में रखें कि सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल केवल वेक्टर क्वांटिटी पर वैलिड होगा. अगर आपकी क्वांटिटी स्केलर है तो सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल वैलिड नहीं होता, वहां सिंपल लॉ ऑफ अलजेब्रा वैलिड होते हैं. यहाँ फोर्स वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है तो हमने सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल को अप्लाई करना. सुपर प्रिंसिपल क्या कहता है कि हम इंडिविजुअल वैल्यू ऑफ फोर्स है उसके वेक्टर सम का यूज करेंगे. पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ these F12 and F13, F14 from the here we get, this is K Q1 Q2 upon R12 whole of square and R12 cap. Similar, put the value of F13 from here, we get, this is K Q1 Q3 upon R13 whole of square, and direction is R13 cap. Similar, put the value of F14 from here and it became K Q1 Q4 upon R14 whole of square R14 cap. Dash 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 dash, value of F1n, put from here, it is K Q1 Qn upon R1n whole of square R1n cap. We put the value of these forces individually from here and get the answer in this way. We take the common, that is common in both, in all terms. We see that K is common for all and also Q1 is also common for all. We write here K Q1, that is common. We put here the remainings. Here remainings is Q2 upon R12 whole of square. Direction is 1 to cap. This is remaining part. Similar here, KQ1 is common and remaining is Q3 upon R13. That is square R13 cap. Plus here remaining is Q4 upon R14 square R14 cap, and in last term we get remaining part is Qn upon R1n whole of square R1n cap. This is the resultant answer. This question or this answer of force we can write into complicated form, in the form of summation, because there is a regular trend between these terms can be seen. यहाँ हम देख पा रहे हैं कि इसमें और इसमें एक रेगुलर ट्रेंड है। जहां रेगुलर ट्रेंड होता है तो उसके कॉम्पैक्ट फॉर्म को हम समेशन से लिख सकते हैं, और उसको लिखने का तरीका क्या रहेगा, F इज इक्वल टू, उसका लिखने का जो हमारा ट्रेंड रहेगा, मैं यहां लिख देता हूं इसको, F इज इक्वल टू, जो कॉमन है वो हमारा ऐसे का ऐसा रखना है, KQ1, समेशन साइन ऐड कर देना है, this is the sign of summation, and we see in this equation it starts from 2, 3, 4 and up to n. I is equal to 2 to n. Here write Qi upon R1I whole of square and direction is 1I. We represent as like this. If you start this equation from 0, if we take another unit test charge Q0, here we put the value of charge Q0 on which a group of charge exert the force, and we want to calculate the net resultant force on the Q0 charge, then this value start from 1 because Q1 also exert on that. But here यहां हमने क्या किया है, यहां हमने Q1 के ऊपर ही चार्ज को, सबके फोर्स को कैलकुलेट किया है। अगर आप ऐसा करना चाहें कि यहां Q0 रिप्लेस करें, Q1 को अदर ले लें और सब इंडिविजुअल जो चार्ज हमारे उनके फोर्स को अगर हम चाहते हैं कि किसी अनदर टेस्ट चार्ज रेफरेंस के ऊपर हम इसका फोर्स एग्जर्ट कराएं, तो भी आप उस डेरिवेशन को कर सकते हैं, लेकिन बेसिक फिनोमिना यही रहेगा। इस तरीके से हम इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स बिटवीन ए ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं। तो एक बार और मैं इसको रिवाइज कर देता हूं कि हमने एक ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज लिया जिसमें बहुत सारे चार्ज प्रेजेंट हैं। हम Q1 चार्ज को एक रेफरेंस चार्ज लेके चले जिसके ऊपर हम नेट फोर्स कैलकुलेट करना चाहेंगे, जिनकी Q1 के विद रिस्पेक्ट टू पोजीशन वेक्टर हैं वो R12, R13, R14, R1n। 12 मीन पोजीशन डिस्प्लेसमेंट बिटवीन Q1 and Q2, 13 represent 1 and 3rd. So we take a group of charge, a system have the group of charge, there are n particle and individual charge is Q1, Q2, Q3, 4, Q dash or dash 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 Qn, and their position vector from the charge Q1 is represented as, first we individually calculate the value of electrostatic force by using Coulomb law. Coulomb law is this, we calculate the electrostatic force between a pair of this charge, a pair of this charge, a pair of this charge, a pair of this charge. आप ये बात ध्यान रखें कि इंटरवेनिंग चार्ज, दो चार्ज रखे हैं, किसी एक तीसरे चार्ज को अगर उनके बीच में हम रख दें तो उस थर्ड चार्ज की प्रेजेंस के कारण दो चार्ज को बीच में जो फोर्स लगता है उस पर कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता। मीन इंटरवेनिंग चार्ज डज नॉट अफेक्ट द वैल्यू ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स बिटवीन ए पेयर ऑफ चार्ज। सो इन दो के बीच में जो फोर्स है वो इसकी वजह से डिस्टर्ब नहीं होता, इसके और इसके बीच में वो भी बाकी की वजह से डिस्टर्ब नहीं होता, इसलिए हम इंडिविजुअल वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करेंगे। फिर हम नेट चार्ज फोर्स निकालना चाहते हैं तो हम क्या करेंगे, सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल लगाएंगे। सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल का मतलब है कि किसी भी वेक्टर क्वांटिटी पे अगर हम उसका नेट इफेक्ट निकालना चाहते हैं, दो या दो से ज्यादा हमारी टू और मोर वेक्टर क्वांटिटी कैन बी एडेड और सब्सट्रैक्टेड बाय यूजिंग ए वेक्टर लॉ दैट इज सुपरपोजिशन प्रिंसिपल। So force is vector quantity, we apply the superposition principle and put the value of in these force, we take common kq1 and this we write this term in the compact form as like this is the summation। किसी को ऐसे कंफ्यूज नहीं होना कि किताबों में तो ऐसे लिखा होता कि I is equal to 1 से n, वो आप घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर आप रेफरेंस चार्ज, जिस चार्ज के ऊपर नेट फोर्स कैलकुलेट करना चाहते हैं, अगर आप उसको q0 लेते हैं तो वन फोर्स भी वन जो आपका Q1 है वो भी उस पर एग्जर्ट करेगा, तो आपका यहां से शुरू हो जाएगा। अगर आप इस Q1 को भी यहां से मिस करते हैं, Q2 के ऊपर इन सब का इफेक्ट देखना चाहते हैं तो 3 से शुरू हो जाएगा। ये कोई रटने वाली बात नहीं है, आप इसको इस तरीके से देख सकते हैं। तो आप देख लीजिए, इसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेना हो तो स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हैं आप। फिर हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पे चर्चा करते हैं, एक और टॉपिक पढ़ाता हूं मैं इसी से रिलेटेड। नाउ our topic is electric field intensity due to a group of charge. This is the similar topic we have already discussed in previous article. Similar condition is there are a group of charge, this is Q0, here are Q1, here are Q2, here are Q3 and Qn, different charge present on this plane. These are the distribution of different charge, different point charge distribute over this plane. The separation between one and this Q0 charge is represented by R01. Separation between these two is R02. Separation between this and this is R03. This is the separation. And separation between this and this is R0n. In this way, there are a group of large number of charge present on this plane. We want to find out the net electric field intensity due to this group of charge at this point charge placed at point O. So we write as, let us take a group of charge Q1, Q2, Q3 dash and dash Qn lie on the surface we want to calculate net field intensity, net electric field intensity on test charge Q0 placed at point O, as shown in diagram. The position vector, the position of these charges are R01, R02, R03 dash R0n respectively. It means that this first distance between the pair of charge Q0 and Q1, second distance between 2 point charge Q0 and Q2, similar this stand for Q3 and this stand for the NH charge. We know that formula for electric field intensity between a group of charges very easy. We can calculate the value of electric field intensity for individual charge at particular point O. Then net field at the O is by applying the superposition principle, and we calculate. We know that field intensity at Q0 charge due to Q1 charge is formula for electric field intensity is E is equal to K charge Q1 upon R01 whole of square and direction represented by 01 cap. This formula obtained from the electrostatic formula. We find out the electrostatic interaction between these charge Q1 and Q0, and by applying the formula E is equal to F upon Q naught. So this formula comes from where I discuss here. First, we find out the electrostatic force between Q1 and Q naught. That is, electrostatic force between 0 and 1 is equal to, we write here K, first charge Q1, second charge Q0, and distance R01 whole of square, and its direction is this. This is the electrostatic force between pair of charges Q0 and Q1. Now we want to calculate electric field that is equal to F upon Q naught, and put the value of this force divided by Q naught. We get KQ1 Q0 upon R01 square R01 cap divided by Q naught. Q naught cancel to Q naught, and remaining terms is same. In this way, we can calculate individual value of individual charge. So this is the procedure to calculate the electric field intensity one by one. This is 01. Similar for different charge, similar for charge Q2, Q3, dash 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 Qn on point O. Point O is, we write here 02. This is the electric field intensity at point O due to charge Q2 is, we write here KQ2 upon R02 whole of square, and its direction represented by this. Similar E03, this is the field at point O due to charge 3 is equal to R03 whole of square, and direction represented by this, and dash E0n is equal to K Qn upon R0n whole of square R0n cap. In this way, we can find out the value of electric field intensity for individual charge at point O. For point O carry charge Q naught. So this charge exert electric field at this point is this. This charge exert electric field at this. This charge also exert electric field here as like this, and this also exert electric field intensity as this. Electric field intensity is a vector quantity, so net field, electric field intensity is also vector quantity. Net, or we can say that resultant field intensity at point O due to group of charges. We write this is E, and these are vector quantities, so we apply superposition principle, and superposition principle say that we take the vector sum of individual field exerted by charge q1, q2, q3 and q dash 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 and qn. This is superposition principle. By using, we write here, by using superposition principle. Superposition principle. This is the superposition principle. We put the value of these from here and we get the answer as like this: k q1 upon r01 whole of square, its direction is 0 1 cap. Second value, put k q2 upon r02 whole of square, r02 cap. And third value is k q3 upon r03 whole of square and its unit vector is 0 3 cap. And last value is kqn upon r0n whole of square and its unit vector represented as like this. So we get, put the value as like this. There is common, only k is common, and remaining terms is, we see here there is a regular trend between these. Here, difference is only 1. Here is 1, here is 2, 3, dash 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 qn. Mean numbering rise continuously. Here is 0 1, here 0 2, 0 3, 0 n. Here is 0 1, 0 2, 0 3 and 0 n. Only the difference is that this is the value of charge q1 exert field at O. This value of electric field intensity at exerted by the charge q2 on this. But there is a regular trend. We can write into compact form, that is known as the summation form. So we write as, this is the summation and value start from here. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 and n. Value start from 1, we write as I is equal to 1 and last terminate at n. So range lie between 1 to n and we put one value only, k, q, 1 replaced by I. Here put I upon r0I whole of square and 0I cap. This is the net field at point O due to a group of charge. So you understand that electric field and electric force due to a group of charge are similar. The basic concept is same. Both obey superposition principle. In both the case, we first find out the individual value of, in case of force, individual value of force, in case of electric field intensity, individual value of electric field intensity. And after that, we want to calculate net or resultant field at a particular point. Then we add all individual value in their vector form, that is known as superposition principle, and finally we get answer in this way. So you read and you take screenshot of this topic. This is the topic. देखिए हम एक न्यूमेरिकल की बात करते हैं यहाँ पे, काफी अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग न्यूमेरिकल है। नॉर्मल यहाँ भी पूछा जा सकता है, सिंपल एग्जाम में भी पूछा जा सकता है। थोड़ा सा इसका अगर देखें तो स्टैंडर्ड थोड़ा सा नीट और जेई के लिए इसका स्टैंडर्ड है। कॉलेज में एडमिशन के लिए भी इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा, इस तरह का क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है। ये ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज की बात है, जो हमने अभी आर्टिकल पढ़ा था ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज, और ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज में हमने देखा था कि किसी एक चार्ज के पॉइंट चार्ज के ऊपर दो या दो से ज्यादा चार्ज अगर अपने प्लेन में प्रेजेंट है तो वो फोर्स एक्सर्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन देखिए क्या कहता है, 4 पॉइंट चार्ज आर प्लेस्ड ऑन द कॉर्नर ऑफ ए स्फीयर एज शोन इन फिगर। ये हमारा डायग्राम दिया है, इसके 4 कॉर्नर है हमारे पास और इस पे चार्ज ऐसे दिए हैं। Q1 चार्ज है, उसकी वैल्यू स्मॉल q है। Q2 चार्ज की वैल्यू है वो कैपिटल Q है। Q3 चार्ज है वो स्मॉल q है और Q4 जो चार्ज है वो माइनस कैपिटल Q अपॉन 2 है। इफ नेट फोर्स ऑन Q2 इज 0, इस पॉइंट पे जो चार्ज रखा हमारा इस कॉर्नर पे, उसके ऊपर नेट फोर्स 0 है, देन व्हाट इज द रेशियो ऑफ कैपिटल Q अपॉन स्मॉल q। तो इन चार्ज की रेशियो पूछिए कि Q और कैपिटल Q की रेशियो क्या होगी। देखिए हम इसको कैसे सोल्व कर सकते हैं, इसके सॉल्यूशन को देख लेते हैं। इस तरह का क्वेश्चन पेपर में आता है तो हमें उसको कैसे डील करना है। कंडीशन दी है इसने कि नेट फोर्स ऑन द चार्ज Q2 be 0, मीन दिस इज द रेफरेंस चार्ज, दिस also exert force on this also exert force on this, and this also exert force on this, mean this is the point where net force 0. This Q1 charge exert force here, Q4 also exert here, and Q3 also exert force here. Q1 and Q2, it is positive, it is also positive, this force exert in this direction. This is 1-2 force, we can say that. This is in this direction. We write its value F12. This is Q3 charge, it is also positive Q, and its direction is this F13. And this charge is negative or this is positive, so direction of the force between them is in this direction. This is F14. These are the three force having the direction in this way. We individually calculate. First we calculate force. Force means electrostatic force, keep in mind. Force between Q1 and Q2 is F12, that is equal to, by applying formula K, Q1 Q2 upon distance square. This is a square, we take this side is A, this side is A, this is also A, and this is side also A. And force between Q1 and Q2. Q1 have the value small q, we write here. Q2 have the value capital Q, we write here charge this. And distance between them is side of square, that is A square. Its direction is, it is directed from Q1 to Q2. This is the direction F12. This is first equation. Force between Q3 and Q2 is, that is F13. This is equal to K, Q1 charge, Q2 charge, Q3 charge upon R square. Q, value of Q3 is small q, value of Q2 is capital Q, upon distance is A of square. This is equation second. It is directed from Q3 to Q2. This is also in upward direction. We see from the diagram, from diagram F12 and F13 perpendicular to one another, one in horizontal and other in vertical, so they make angle 90 degree. This is the angle 90 degree, they are perpendicular. Then resultant force B, we give the name F, here. Resultant of this and this by using vector law. Vector law is F12 whole of square plus F13 whole of square plus 2 F1 magnitude, F3 magnitude, cos of 90 degree angle between them. This is the formula of magnitude resultant force. We know very well two vector are as like this. This is A vector, this is B. Resultant vector is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos of theta between them. And theta is 90 degree, we put here 90, cos 90 is 0. We apply here vector triangle law. This cos 90 is 0, then resultant force is F12 whole of square plus f13 whole of square root, and put the value of f12 and f13, we get here k q upon a square plus k q upon a square, its whole square, and square root. Finally, we get this and this term are same, they became double, and taking square root, we get answer root 2 k q upon a of square upon a of square. This is net force, and its direction is, the resultant have the direction as like this. This is the direction of F. This is the resultant force. We give the name of this equation is third. It is directed as like this. Now, force on Q2 charge due to Q4 charges. This charge also exert force on this. This is F14 is equal to K. Value of this charge is Q by 2. We do not take sign negative because it is vector quantity. During the calculation of vector quantity, we never take sign. In scalar quantity, we necessarily take the sign. And distance between, this is the diagonal, and diagonal is root 2 time of side. Root 2 time of side whole of square. Because here diagonal is equal to root 2 time of this side of square. This is the formula. We put the value and solve this equation k q square upon, this is 2 goes to downward, root 2 square also became 2, 2 into 2 4 a square. This is F14. It is directed towards Q4 in diagonal form, in diagonal. But condition is net force Q2 be 0. So this and this are in opposite direction. We write here. So F14 and F are in opposite direction. These are in opposite direction. By condition, net force on Q2 is 0. It means that these have equal magnitude but in opposite direction. It means that 0, then magnitude of F must be equal to magnitude of 1/4. This is the condition. This is the condition. We apply this condition and get answer as like this. We apply this condition here, put value in this equation. F is this, we put value of F root 2 k q upon a square is equal to value of this is k q square for a square, k q square upon 4a square. This is the condition we write here. We cancel k to k, 1k, kq. Here q is also present here, small q. Capital Q cancel to capital Q. A square cancel to a square. Remaining terms is, this is root 2 q is equal to capital Q upon 4. And question is, what is the ratio of capital Q upon Q? So with this capital Q upon Q is equal to 4 root 2. This is the answer. In this way, we solve this question. You see this question and its answer is as like this. We can find out the value of this as like this. Condition is net force on Q2 is 0. This is a group of charge. This charge Q1 exert force here, they both have the same nature, mean like charge repel, its direction is in this. This charge exert in this direction, both are equal in magnitude from equation first and second, and they are in perpendicular direction. We solve and we find out the resultant by using vector law, and finally we get value of F is this, or this direction along the diagonal but in outward direction. Similar force on Q2 due to charge this is, we can find out this. This distance comes from here, formula is diagonal is equal to root 2 into side of square, right here side of square. And finally we find out the value of this. Here from diagram, F14 and F are in opposite direction, and condition is that net force on this charge is 0, then their magnitude must be equal. We put their magnitude equal and finally get the answer as like this. This is the question, important question based on the group of charge